What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Gimmick Puppet going up against, on the right side, Tenpai. We have the FTK going up against the OTK deck of the format. And to be honest, we're going to be seeing these people choose to go first. We're going to be seeing Tenpai end up winning the roll, or tying the roll here. And they're going to make the FTK deck end up going first. Now, the OTK, or the Tenpai player, might think that the opponent is also playing Tenpai, because they have been on Tenpai for the longest time. But if they don't open up any hand traps, they are going to most likely get FTK'd here by the copy of the Gimmick Puppet. Now, they are going to start off with a copy of Imsteady, sending the field spell here, and we see that getting hit with a copy of Ash Blossom, which is going to make them not be able to search for the copy of Kingstark, as well as draw additional cards. But we do have the Rouge Doll here, which is going to be able to activate the effect, be able to summon it herself up from the hand, as well as another card from the deck, which is going to be the copy of Little Soldiers here. Little Soldiers is going to then activate the effect, sending the copy of the Cattle, bringing itself up to level 8. It does sound for cost, which is important to note. And then we can overlay into a copy of the new guy here, bringing out the Machine X, or whatever it's called. We're then going to activate the effect, detaching the copy of the Rouge Doll. And they're going to chain that to a copy of Imperm here, which we then can summon with the copy of Cattle by attaching another material from the little guy. Or we're going to attach little guy from the Machine X here to summon itself out. And we do have the spell. Anyways, that was going to be the effect that was going to search. We're going to go up into the copy of the essentially our rank up of him. So we already had the spell in the hand, which is quite nice. But they're like, can you activate the effect if you had both of them in the hand? Which they can do. You have to have a legal target to be able to search. And then we're going to be seeing that's going to be able to search up for the trap card here. That would be funny if you would like fail the search. If you could still fail the search in Yu-Gi-Oh, it would be like busted. Especially with like way the hand traps are worded these days, or works these days. If you could fail the search, you would never really know when to hit your opponent before, like, you would never like hit and affect the search, or you would have to hit like a very impactful hit there. But we're going to be seeing them give their opponent a little bit of damage, setting a card and passing. And they do have a Lightning Storm for the back row here. That's going to be quite impactful, making it so that their opponent cannot steal stuff. And they're going to chain the copy of the copy of Forbidden Droplets on the monster, or sending the copy of Lightning Storm to essentially make that halved. And they do have the field spell, and we see the Gimmick Puppet just scoop it up. They know what's coming. They played Tenpai themselves, and they know this is going to be a clear OTK. So we see Tenpai end up taking game one relatively quick, under 3 minutes here in the match. Ash, Imperm, Droplets, Lightning Storm, field spell is kind of broken. There's not exactly much you can do against that, especially if you're playing an FTK deck like this. Sometimes you could hope that you have like a hand trap so you can fall back on as well. But it does not look like that's going to be the case in the Gimmick Puppet deck here. Now, we are going to be seeing a game 2 with Gimmick Puppet choosing to go first, but now they're going to have a weakened state because they're going to be playing cards that beat Tenpai, but the problem is Tenpai is now going to having those cards going to beat them. We're going to maybe see no Forbidden Droplets, but maybe copies of Molcharmy, maybe copies of Nibiru, stuff like that, being able to destroy that FTK right in its tracks compared to game 1, where potentially there could be some of those worse hand traps that they don't necessarily need. Like we saw those Droplets, we saw those Lightning Storms, which proved themselves to be quite good in that exact game 1, but in the game 2, if we do just FTK, they're not going to do anything for us. But diving on into the game 2 here, we're going to be seeing a normal summon of a Little Soldier. It's going to be activating its effects to sending a copy of the Brisk Doll here, which is almost the same as Rouge Doll, but just a hollow and a different effect. They just look very similar. We're going to see the effect of the Brisk Doll banishing itself, making it so that they are unaffected or untargetable, I believe. But they are going to be reading it to make sure that they are sure what it does. We do see a Chandra in their hand as well, so that's one card down out of the 4. We do see the Rouge Dog and activate that. We do have an Ash Blossom for that to stop it from summoning from the hand. Quite nice. But we do have the copy of Crossout Designator here calling Ash Blossom to stop this. So choosing that they want to resolve this, is that going to maybe come back and bite them if they have a copy of Nibiru in the hand? We're going to see Rouge Doll summon out another copy of itself. I don't know if it can do that. It looks like that it's all good to be able to do it. We read over the card. We're going to go up into the copy of the Machine X here, which can then activate its effect, detach on the Rouge Doll to then add the copy of the spell to the hand. We're then going to add for the Rouge Doll to add back. So sent to the graveyard. Quite nice for recursion purposes. It looks like we also have the cattle in the hand here, which is a little bit rough. But we're going to be activating the spell to overlay up into a copy of the rank up. And we are going to add for the effect to detach to summon out the cattle. Then we can overlay up into a copy of the number 40 here. And I believe this is the FTK. We can then add back as well. We're going to attach the cattle. And we're going to be able to then play the spell once again to be able to overlay. And I believe we are. This is like the FTK. We are going to be detaching to burn them and then drawing a card. And we can then summon out the copy of the Fantac, adding back the spell. Or the Machine X, I should say. Then we're going to activate the rank up once again here, going up into the new guy. And then we're going to activate the effects to summon out the copy of the XYZ into our opponent's side of the field and burning once again. And it looks like our opponent doesn't have Nibiru. We also have the trap in the hand as well. So we're able to play through that. Or is that a copy of Imsteady here? It is an Imsteady. We're sending the copy of the trap to add the copy of the King Sark alongside drawing a card. And this should be full combo. This should be the FTK here. We're going to activate the effect, send in the copy of Nibiru to search out or send out a copy of Happy. And then we can bring out Happy as well as the copy of Imsteady, going into another XYZ. And just burning for game. We're going to link away for the Gimmick Puppet link. That's going to search for the Terror Baby. We're going to normal summon out the Terror Baby, go up into the copy, or summon out the Rouge Doll here with the Gimmick, or the Terror Baby. Then we're going to make it level 8, banish the trap to summon out another. We're going to go up to the Grinder guy, detach, burn, and that's just going to be game right there. Not even needing the horse cards. They're going to read it. And they did have another Ash and a Veiler, but that was not going to matter. As long as Chandra as well as Pydra not being too good. But we see an FTK to combat the OTK here. But now moving on to the all-important Game 3. We went through 2 games in under 8 minutes, which is absolutely crazy. But going into Game 3, we're going to be seeing Tenpai going to be able to choose. Now, if they choose to go first, they can actually just win the game immediately by summoning out a copy of the Kwaku Meru Dragon. You know, the whole deck being dark definitely is a problem. But, you know, kind of swapping the rules. The deck that wants to go first has to now go second. And then that wants to go second is now going to have to go first. If we can go Fenrir, Kwaku Meru, as well as a copy, or even not even Kwaku Meru, but going for the copy of Seals, which can summon out a copy of Kwaku Meru, and then maybe anything else. Even a D barrier can be just destruction of the game. You know, going to be essentially sealing the win for the copy of Tenpai. Tenpai definitely has the advantage here, especially with not a lot of hand traps in the Gimmick Puppet deck at all. You know, those going first cards being all those copies of Cross Out, and then the hand traps, they're playing one of each. Now they could see maybe siding into more Ash Blossoms as well. I do forget what's in their deck profile. But if you guys want to be seeing the deck, definitely check it out. It was posted yesterday on the channel. You know, he has gotten first at 2 tournaments in a row, so definitely knows what he's doing. I do not know Gimmick Puppet that well at all. To be honest, I'm still learning the deck. I don't have any interest in playing it. The only Gimmick Puppet that I enjoy is Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, and that's giving to my opponents that are not playing Gimmick Puppet. So we are going to be diving on into Game 3, and we're going to be seeing Tenpai look like they're going second, and we see a Quaku Mirror Dragon in the hand. We're going to be seeing him instead. He's sending another copy of itself to search for that copy of King Sark and draw one card. King Sark's going to activate the effect, and I wonder why Tenpai chose to go second here, especially with the Quaku Mirror Dragon in their hand. We see a Prosperity as well. We're going to see the effect here of the Condolence Puppet being able to send one. This card's crazy going second, being able to send up to like 5 cards if they control 4 extra deck monsters. Like, what the heck? We're going to send a copy of the Terror Baby. Let the terror begin. We're going to be banishing the Terror Baby, making it so they are unaffected, I believe. They're going to be seeing a Rouge Doll. And we see Hydra, and then we see Hydra, Quaku Mirror Dragon, and a Prosperity here. We're going to be seeing Rouge Doll summon the copy of Little Puppet. Little Soldier is going to activate the effect, summon the copy of the Cattle here. And I believe now we have the full rotation. We're going to go up into the first XYZ, letting us search for the rank up spell here. The Machine X is going to be sending the copy of Rouge to search for the copy of the spell. Rouge is going to add itself back. And we see the Tenpai player just walk away, pretending like, yep, you just do your thing. But they may not have any hand traps for this. This could be the FTK. Could you imagine getting FTK'd twice in a row? Couldn't happen to a better player. You know, getting hit with an FTK when you're playing an OTK deck just honestly feels deserved. But I also just hate Tenpai, so like, I really can't speak. Tenpai is such like the ignorant deck of the format. We're going to be seeing them summon out the Cattle by attaching, and then we're going to actually use the effect of Insteady to bring itself back. Going into the number 40 here, adding back the spell, detaching, and then we're able to overlay once again into another burn. Then we're going to activate the effect Burning here, and then we're going to summon a copy of the Machine X, adding back the spell once again. We're then going to activate the effect, letting us draw an additional card. And we should have, when we have another access to a level 8, we're going to activate the effect here, going up into another burn, searching for the trap here. Then we're going to attach to summon out the copy to our opponent's side of the field. Now we have used the Steady to summon back out. And I believe we only are on two of the horse monsters here. So we're gonna have to be able to find a way to get another level 8 on the field. And we do add Terror Baby. Terror Baby will be able to reborn out one of the copies here because we did start with a Rouge Doll. So we're gonna summon with the copy of the Cattle here, and then we're gonna be able to banish the copy of Little Soldiers. This is now a level 8, so we can overlay into another Grinder. Or level 40, depending on which we're going to go for. Surely we can deal damage, right? They're going to use the Grinder. They're going to use Droplet, sending the Trap card here to negate the effect. They're going to banish to summon out another copy. This can go to attach to burn twice. We can banish to be able to summon itself out. Oh, they can't do that. Okay. Not exactly sure what's wrong with that combo. Once again, I don't know exactly the combo. Now, they do know they have Forbidden Droplets in the hand. And we also see a Call by the Grave in the trap. So they are pretty loaded on like cards to stop their opponent there. You know, being able to hit a copy of like the with Phydra's trying to summon back out. If it's even a copy of Shundra, definitely going to be crazy there. Just being down to 47, like if they don't clear this, if a Tenpai can't clear this, if the Gimmick player can't FTK, and they don't OTK, which, with the copy of Prosperity in the hand, they aren't going to be able to do. We're going to see them burn once again, bringing them down even lower to only 1,400. And we're most likely not going to be seeing them able to burn anymore without dumping. They do set those 3 cards, and they're just going to pass here, leaving them on 14, so close to being able to burn, but just not being enough, unfortunately. We're going to see a Prosperity going to be a great start, making it so that, it's going to be significantly harder for us to OTK. Imperm, Crossout, Phaedra, the Imperm. We see double Imperm, we see the field spell here, and we also see a copy of the, whatever that big guy is, the Jinroku here, being the Poplar of the deck. But field spell is going to make them unaffected, which is going to be pretty difficult for them. We do have the Draco in the hand, as well as it looks like another copy of Jinroku. So we're going to see a Raigeki here. This is going to be a Jason Tenpai staple. This is Jason playing on the right, by the way. And this man always opens up Raigeki like it's no other people's business. But we're going to be seeing them normal summon the copy of Phaedra, searching for the copy of the Sangen summoning at this point. And this is going to be quite nice for us. I'm going to go effect of the field spell. Going to search for a copy of Chandra. Chandra is going to be, or then we're going to be discarding the copy of Prosperity. We're going to be special out the copy of Chandra. And then we're going to synchro away into a copy of the Biden Dragon. Biden Dragon is able to target the copy of Phaedra, but we have the Call by the Grave for that. This is going to be insane for this, making it so that we cannot continue extending in the main phase with that Super Transorial. They're going to have to be forced to go into the battle phase, and then attack with the copy of Biden Dragon. They do have the Sangen Kaiman to be able to continue summoning into the in the battle phase, but this is not going to be enough for us to OTK. We're going to then activate the effect to summon, and that's going to summon a copy of, or search for Phaedra, summon with the copy of Phaedra, and then we can activate the effect to bring back out the copy of Chandra here. And they are thinking on this. They're going to send a copy of Droplets, sending the Rouge Doll to negate that copy of Phaedra, protecting their life points. And they do chain, Phaedra, Forbidden Droplet doesn't target, so they're going to let that resolve here. They're going to attack with the copy of Phaedra, and then we're going to be able to add back the copy of Rouge Doll with that once into the graveyard. And they are kind of now forced to just simply go into main phase 2 and then go into a different body here. Now, they are going to be having to think about what they're going to choose to do. Do they want to go for maybe a Black Rose to destroy the opponent's, or I guess Moonlit, or whatever. To destroy the back row. We're going to go for it, and we're going to be banishing everything from the graveyard here, making so that it's very hard for our opponent to, win the game using the graveyard. But we have the Change of Heart to just take it and switch the battle position. Oh my gosh. I was going to say, the horror stuff now is going to be offline because we don't have any copies of Instead. We have to activate the effect, sending it twice. But they have the Change of Heart to take the Synchro Monster and just get the game right away. We see the FTK deck, Gimmick Puppet, end up taking the opponent down, leaving them on 14, not having enough by banishing their copy with Call by the Grave, and then having the Droplets to protect themselves as well. But able to take it with the Change of Heart, being able to just immediately steal their monster and attack them for game here, taking the game 3. Regardless, hoping you're watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see more content like this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to stay safe. Peace.